this charming man on bass. Here we go. Right, so you want to start off by tuning down a half step to E flat. And to do that, so you go from standard tuning, which is that, down to, it's just one note down, so your E becomes a D sharp, a E flat, because you're going down, because music theory is weird. Anyway, so from there, once you've done that, which should only take you a minute, we can start. So obviously the song starts with the guitar intro, little interlude, then the bass comes in and it starts on this B note here, which is the second fret of the A string. And I'm going to refer to the notes as if they were in standard tuning because I'm too lazy to do otherwise. Right, so you start there, and then the groove of the song for the most part is, so you want to be able to keep this groove, which is just an alternating pattern. And it's not too challenging to keep going. And so once you've got, so the first bit obviously is just this little groove here. And then you're going to jump up to the D here, but along the way, when you're modulating up to the D, you're going to use this C sharp as a little stepping stone. So instead of just going, you go, just using that C sharp just to give it a bit more fluidity, and it's kind of, I think of it as like a stepping stone on the way up. And then, so from here you've got, and then once you get to this D, it's the, so what that is, it's the same groove as we've got here, but instead of it being just on a single note, we're spreading it over two notes now. So we're going from the D, sorry, down to the C sharp. And so we start the first four plucks are on the D, and then probably another four, I can't count very well. Yeah, it's just whatever, so it's basically splitting that rhythm in half, and just across two notes. And the jump comes on that little gallop part. So instead of going, yeah, so it's four notes on each note. It's four plucks on each note, but you're doing it right on that little like skipping gallop bit, because then it makes it a bit more fluid. So from there, you should have, if you go nice and slowly on this bit, that's the first little bit. And then once you have done your gallop on, so once you've finished on the C, you go, so we start on the D here a second. It then jumps to this E on the D string, which is the second fret. So, and then it goes to the open A string, and you're just going to mute it with either your fretting hand or your picking hand, just by just stopping the note from sustaining. And it's just three plucks there. And then you want to do two plucks on the octave of that, which is on the G string on the second fret. So that's also an A. And just two plucks on that. So it's that actually. Oh, I definitely didn't just learn this bass line today. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, little gap, and then two notes. And then you're going to jump up a string to the D string, so second to fourth fret, which is E to F sharp, and then you're going to take it back to the E, and then you're going to go back to the A, so the open A, and do four plucks this time, and then you're going to stop on this E on the D string, so the second fret. So slowly, because that pretty made no sense, slowly that part is so again. So it's just that simple movement, and then all of it together, nice and slow. We just go over this bit again. So then up to speed it is. And if go over that one more time, just because why not? So that is the first little bit done, and obviously there's a little break then after that note, and then it comes back in, and it's pretty much that on repeat for the verse, just with a little extra bit added in. So instead of stopping here on this E, you go, so if we start from the open A and like the second half of the verse, which is, and that's the part you know so far, but for the verse, how it goes is, so easy way of doing it is, if we start on the open A, as if we're going straight down to this E, so we start on this A, and so it's bum, 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 and instead of stopping there, we add an extra attack onto it, and then we jump down a string, or up a string, either way, to the G string, and it's the 4th fret to the 6th fret, which is C sharp, no it's not, it's a B, sorry, B to a C sharp, that's it. So that little bit there goes, instead of, it's now, so the whole verse normally is, and you can sort of simply, without doing any, because like I do a little bit of like muted kind of percussion stuff because that's just how I play. But if you want to go standard on it, it's and so it's just adding a little extra note onto this E, and then this little step here on the B to the C sharp, and then that's the verse part. It's just now you funk it up a little bit, because add this kind of like, see, it's like I don't pronounce every note, I sometimes mute it a bit, so instead of going, I go, do this little muted thing where I stop putting pressure on the string, but my finger's still hovering over it so that nothing's coming off of it, but you get that little percussive thing coming off still, so it adds a bit more rhythm to the bass, but you don't have to do that. Right, and now the part that you want to properly learn, so that ending bit is pretty much, it's just the chorus, and this is where things get fun. So on the chorus, so it goes, so from the verse, the transition is you stop on that E, and then you come to this D here, and then it's a descending major line. So you're going from the D to the C sharp to the B to the, I'm remembering notes, to the A. So that's the start. So you go dun, dun, bim, boom. And so there's two parts of the chorus. So they start the same way. They start both like this, but then they go off and do different things. So the first half of the chorus is, and so to do that is just do this major descending line, and then you're going to go to the major fifth down here from the A, which is an E, and then you're going to hit this F sharp, and then you're going to hit this G sharp, and then come back to the F sharp. So it's boom, 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 and then to add on the other bit is boom, 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 boom. And then once you've done that, you go to this F sharp up here on the E string, and you just pluck it, and then you I think it's when you start singing again, it then goes into this little descending line back to that F sharp. So you go into the D string, not D string, the A string, that's the one, and it starts on a C sharp, and then goes down to a B, then to the A on the E string, and then the G sharp on the E string, sorry, and then back to that F sharp. So altogether, the chorus first half is. So speed up a bit. So it's just that ending bit there. So and then once you finish that, you then come back to this D here, and then it's the same major shape again that was earlier, but instead of going to the E, you're now going to the B on the string above it, same fret, but string above, and this bit gets a bit more complicated. So it goes dib dab bim bum boom. So we're going for that major shape, then B, then we're starting on the E on the A string, your 7th fret, and then hammering on to the 9th fret, which is an F sharp. So you just pluck it and then push your pinky down onto it, so only one pluck. And then once you've done that, you then zip up to the 7th fret of the D string, which is an A, and then you hit the E octave from this E, which is the 9th fret of the G string. So altogether, that little bit is. I need to play it right as well, that might help. It's just getting this bit here fluid. So da da bam bum, and then to the B, then to the hammer on, and then to the A to the E. And then so that's the start of that bit, and then to end it off, you then go back to this F sharp on the E string, and then you go F sharp down to the major 5th, which is the C sharp. It's in a weird fluid motion down to this F sharp octave on the D string. And then you want 2 attacks on that F sharp octave. And then you pull it back up to the F sharp on the E string, and you don't let your bass strings ring out. And from there, you then just do. So it's that's it. So it's. That's it. So you go. remember it myself here. That's it. So I think you actually do a little bit of a. So we're gonna start on the F sharp bit. So it's boom, 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 and then back up, and then. So you're just jumping down to this E octave on the D string, which is the second fret, and you're just going from that F sharp, just 2 attacks on that, and then. So instead of going, you hit the first one, miss out the second one, and then you hit the other 2, the 3, sorry. So instead of doing 5 attacks, yes. So you're just missing out one of those attacks. So the chorus altogether goes like this. I'm going to slow it down. I did it slightly wrong, or slightly different. I'm just, because this bit here, it doesn't matter so much because it gets very lost in it. But so it's like a. That's it. So, sorry, I fucked up. That's going to happen a lot, because again, I'm new to this as well. So, from the F sharp, when you go down to the E, so you go, so you're putting up very quick from this F sharp octave, and then you're hitting a quick double attack on that F sharp on the E string, which is 2nd fret, and then you're doing the same thing on that E octave on the D string on the 2nd fret. And then you do a little 3-note gallop thing where you miss out that there's a little gap in between the 2-note strike and the 3-note strike. So it goes. That's it. So the chorus all together, slow it down again. If I remember it. My noise gate is cutting out notes. Yeah, let's turn that off. So again, so we're going to start from the start of the chorus, a little bit faster now. And now up to speed. If I remember to play it myself. And then once you do that, it then jumps back halfway through the verse to the. So it goes. So if we do the chorus, because I'm just trying to remember how it blends in. Yes. Oh, so it just basically just blends back in straight away onto that open A string little, and then back into the. That's wrong, I know. But right, and Christ, and then the ending part goes. God, I'm such a great teacher when I don't know the bass line. Right, so the ending part then, so it's just. Again, I need to hit the right notes, but oh well. And so the end to the very end of the song is slightly different to that. So it starts off normal. And then when we come to this half of the chorus, it goes that's normal, and then it goes here though to the octave of that F sharp. So it goes so that's it, right? So it goes normal, and then to that F sharp octave. And it's a little. So think about going like that, but then miss out the first attack on that. Right, that's how it ends. So it's. Okay, so breaking that down a little bit now that I've got my head around it. It's that same groove, and then so it's 5 strikes there, but they're like kind of gallopy, and then 2 strikes on the down octave, so the down octave on that E string, and then jumping to that E that we hit in that little bit. So it's and it's so it's like the but we just instead of going twice we go dum ba dum da da dum. So instead of galloping we do just a triplet run. So it's and then from there it basically does the bump 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 bump. So it does that run, but then once you finish there, you slide up to the E here on the G string. So that last little chorus bit all together goes like this. Slow down. And I just forgot it. We love that, don't we? Right. Again, okay. Slowing it down's weird. You lose a bit of the groove, but basically it goes like this then. I got it wrong again. So so it's from here. So the chorus altogether for the last bit goes. No, it doesn't. So that's pretty much all of it. So all the different segments. So when we're starting, I'll do a little run through of each segment again, but I'm going to play up to speed now because you're up to speed now. You'll be fine. So it's. I can't play this bass line. You'll be alright though. So look at the chorus. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, right. Right, okay, so the chorus again, just for my own sake as well. Why am I still recording this? Anyway, I'm struggling a bit here. You'll be fine though, I'm not that good. So, yeah, so that ending chorus bit is just... not that's just a bit of noodling. But yeah, so verse bit, I'm going to do each bit separately now, so go. So that's the verse, and then chorus. So that bit again only happened right at the end of the song, which is the bit you want to do. So pretty much what you'll need to be playing is this. So you only do that bit once, but so the bit you'll be doing is basically this on loop. Yeah, that's right. What am I doing? So, where am I? Right, yeah. So that last chorus bit again, I'm gonna do that again because I played that like shit. So it's again, that's wrong. So it's this on loop. And then for the last one, you go to this bit normal, and then so so that little bit right at the end. So again. That is the very end of it. Wow, I suck at doing this. I'm much better at teaching in person. Christ. If none of that has made any sense to you, I'm sorry. But feel free to pop by the studio anytime and I can show it to you in person properly, where I can actually teach, because I suck at doing this because I'm looking at a phone and I'm having to look at myself as well, which is just terrifying. So, and messing up is a bit more detrimental when you can't just say, oops, sorry, it's just kind of on the camera and it's like... Anyway, self-loathing aside, it's that last bit is... And you'll be fine.